joining me for another edition of our Wednesday Wanderings with Trailways Travel. We have a lot to go over today, so let's get started. For Trailway Travelers members, you all received notice of 6 brand new tours that we announced to you first during the month of June. It is now July, so it is time to open those tours up to everyone who are non-members as well. So I'm going to just briefly go over each so that everyone is aware of what those new tours are. You may have already seen them on our website, but just in case, we'll go over those. First up is Plantations of the Delta and New Orleans. This one here, it is going on April 24th through May 4th of 2023. The South is near and dear to me. I know you've heard me say it many, many times, but it truly is. So this is a tour that I highly personally recommend. You'll be seeing lots of the different plantation homes. We'll visit Oak Alley, Homus House, trying to think of the others. But anyway, then we'll go on into an area where you'll actually get to do the swamp tour. You'll go to a gator farm. We do a shrimping tour. Let's see. I think there's something else. But anyway, we then make our way to New Orleans. In New Orleans, that's where we're going to have time to visit through the French Quarter. We'll have a guided tour through there. It'll be a walking tour. You'll hit Bourbon Street, Jackson Square, St. Louis Cathedral, all those good places. While you're there, just my own little tip, make sure you go to Central Grocery if you have time for lunch on your own. At Central Grocery, they have the original muffaletta sandwich. It's phenomenal. Trust me, you'll love it. You'll need someone to share it with because it's huge. But the one thing is you do need to like green olives. If you don't like green olives, it's not the sandwich for you. But that's my tip for New Orleans. We also, actually on the way down, hit into Memphis. We overnight there. So we will give you time on Beale Street, lots to do there. And we're actually have included in, because we've had so many people ask for it, and it is super fun, to get to go to the Peabody for the Duck March. If you're not familiar with the March of the Peabody Ducks, just Google it, look it up. It's kind of a fun little story of how it even started. So that's Plantations of the Delta and New Orleans. The next one is Southern Road Trippin', TV style. So if you're into the shows on HGTV, Food Network, that type, this is your tour for you. Once more, we are headed back down to Pawhuska, sorry, lost the name of the town, Pawhuska, Oklahoma, for Ree Drummond and the Pioneer Woman. We'll visit the Mercantile, but again, you'll have this phenomenal meal at Ree's place there. If available, and if you follow her, you'll know they are hit and miss. If available, we may be able to include a lodge tour, but again, they're just randomly days that they select for those. From there, we'll be heading on down to Waco, Texas for Fixer Upper with Chip and Joanna Gaines. We'll be visiting the whole silo area and of the Magnolia. Lots of other shops and things to do around there as well. From there, we are heading over to Laurel, Mississippi, and that, if you're familiar, is hometown for Ben and Erin Napier and their show. But on the way over, remember Duck Dynasty? I think they're starting to make some new little comeback show, but we are doing a stop at the Duck Commander gift shop along the way. So then, once we're done in Laurel, we will be heading over to Alabama, and that's to Wetumpka, and that is the community that Ben and Erin went to help revitalize. So just a fun tour. This is one I personally would like to do with some girlfriends or mom and sister or something like that. I just think it will be a great fun tour. So if I didn't give the dates, that is May 16th through the 24th of 2023. The next one up that we announced is our Sweet Freedom. This is a good history-based tour. The sweet part comes from the fact that when we are in the Gettysburg area and do all the history of Gettysburg, we are right next door to Hershey, and so we are slipping over and doing the whole Hershey experience um, on this tour. That would also include the fact that you get to make your own candy bar, I believe. You do the whole adventure experience. You do the 4D movie, um, all kinds of things. And we even have lunch there, which it's a sweet lunch. You'll enjoy it. But again, in Gettysburg, we will do the whole battlefield tours. Um, we visit the uh, museum there that has the huge diorama. Trying to think, I think they call it a cyclorama. But anyway, you'll visit that. From there, we head on over into Philadelphia. In Philly, we'll do a historic Philly tour of the city. That'll include like your Betsy Ross House, the Liberty Bell, the President's House, Carpenter's Hall, those type of things. And then we'll do a normal Philadelphia tour, not necessarily concentrating on any of the history of the city. So a lot of fun to do there. You also hit the Valley Forge Visitor Center, which is really interesting. From there, we are off one more time and we go to Baltimore. And in Baltimore, you'll be visiting the USS Constellation. You'll do a harbor cruise, a city tour, lots of other things. So if you like history, this is definitely the tour for you. If you have not been to Hershey and would like to visit those other places, again, this is the one. I know I sent out to a member here just the other day because Hershey's been on their bucket list, and the others were to him an added bonus. So anyway, that's Sweet Freedom. It goes May 30th through June 7th next year. Next one up is our Yellowstone. We call it Yellowstone, the series, the park, the adventure. The reason we're calling it the series is if you're familiar with the Yellowstone television show that is on, when we do this tour, we will be visiting many of the filming sites of the show. So that will be fun for those who are into watching Yellowstone. This tour has a lot in it. It is a 14-day, 13-night tour. It includes 23 meals. You'll be doing the smoke jumper aerial fire depot, which is really interesting with all the fires around, unfortunately, but a bonus. You may actually get to see them heading out and doing some jumping. We will be heading on into the Nine Pipes Museum. Of course, as I said, visiting downtown Hamilton, the Montana Livestock Association, the Double H Custom Hat Company, and the Chief Joseph Ranch, which is the Yellowstone Ranch. We'll head into Glacier National Park. We'll do the Lewis and Clark Cavern State Park. You go to the Grizzly Discovery Center, then we head on into Yellowstone. Yes, I know Yellowstone has had its issues. It sounds like 3/4 of the park is totally reopened already. Just the north entrance part is still closed. We have a whole year. This does not go until August 7th through the 20th of next year. So hopefully everything will be roads reconstructed and everything ready to go. But again, in Yellowstone, you will always visit Old Faithful. You'll get to see those paint pots, which are so beautiful but so smelly, and some other things there. We also head on into Deadwood. We go into Custer Park. This is all in Rapid City in that Badland area. We'll do a Jeep Safari tour, hunting up the buffalo in Custer, which is so much fun. We'll be visiting Mount Rushmore. You'll get to do the evening lighting ceremony there, which is very moving, very patriotic. On the way home, we'll be hitting through Wall Drug, the Corn Palace, all those good things. So again, very jam-packed. I know, kind of like our Grand Mackinac, where I said we had 4 tours packed into one. This is another one that has at least 2, if not 3 separate tours, all packed into one. So if you've got the Yellowstone fever, this is the one. Honky Tonk Highway of Nashville. I know everyone's been trying to get back to Nashville. We've been trying very hard to get something put back together for you for that. I'm excited. This one has all the different things to do in Nashville, but lots of extra free time for yourself. We're calling it the Honky Tonk Highway because you will actually be staying downtown just off of Lower Broadway, known as the Honky Tonk Highway, at the new Drury Inn. So that is going to make it wonderful in the sense that in the evenings or free time during the afternoon, you can head right on down to Lower Broadway if you want, visit all the different honky tonks, all the shops. There's music everywhere. I know a lot of people like, well, I don't care for country music. You'll be surprised. You hear all kinds of music in Nashville. So this one is 5 days, 4 nights. So 4 nights at the Drury. You have several meals included. Some of the places we do have that we'll be taking you is the Musicians Hall of Fame. That is a phenomenal museum. I got to visit it myself 2 or 3 years ago and was totally amazed. It was one I always never thought much about and had skipped over. Big regret. So I've included it on this tour because I think everyone will thoroughly enjoy it. Of course, we always have the Country Music Hall of Fame. We'll do the Studio B tour, a city tour of Nashville. Can't be there and not do the Grand Ole Opry, so you have seats at the Opry. You'll do a tour of the original Mother Church, which is Ryman Auditorium. So that one is a tour. The Opry itself, most likely at this time of the year, it's August 27th through the 31st, will be at the newer facility out by Opryland Hotel. So again, fun tour, lots of free time, yet lots of things that you'll have included here on this one. And the last one we announced is the Grand Canyon and Western Railroads. This is the granddaddy of Grand Canyon tours. Generally, when we do a tour and we go to the Grand Canyon, you see it from one viewpoint. I'd say at least 75% of the time, if not more, it's generally the North Rim, which looks totally different from the South Rim, which looks totally different from viewing it from the East. So this tour is all about the Grand Canyon. You will see it from every angle. You go and you visit the North Rim, South Rim, you get that East Rim, or East View, it's not a rim, East View. We ride the Grand Canyon Railway. We visit a few other places along the way. We do a desert view tour as well. Let's see, you've got free time to explore Grand Canyon National Park. Let's see, it says we also do the Verde Canyon Railroad. Oh, and we do the Blazing M Ranch. That's a very fun place for a phenomenal meal and great entertainment. It's cowboy singers. They just really put on a great show. I know you'll enjoy that. We also have an open air pink Jeep tour. Those are always very fun and very informative as well. I know I've probably gone on about each of these a little bit more than I needed to because there are links down below. Do go down, click on those. It'll take you to our brochure, tell you a little bit more about it. If you still have more questions, give us a call and we'll answer those for you. So those were the 6 new tours. But Trailways travelers, keep your eyes and ears open. There are more new tours that will be announced in this month of July. So keep watch for that. Some updates on current tours. New York City and the Hudson Valley fall foliage. I know we've talked about it many times. This is now the time to do or die. This tour operates in October 3rd through the 14th, but I must have enough people on this tour to know that we want to make it operate by August 7th. So please, if this is one, we know we've had lots and lots and lots of people looking on it on the website. Please jump on board. August 7th is the fish or cut bait date. The other one is our Myrtle Beach. This one definitely has enough people to operate. Don't panic. It is going. But we do have a few extra seats. So if you've been thinking about it, again, my cutoff date for this one is August 15th. It's July already. It's hard to believe, but it is July, so less than a month away. These two tours will be your last opportunity to jump on board for those. We've added in, I know we talked last time about Premier and some of the flight tours that we are offering for 2023. This week, if you check the link below, we've added in a few more from the Colette Company. There's a handful there. There'll be more to come. So I think that's it. I've rambled on for so long today. I apologize, but there's so much to tell you. But till next time, I'll see you next week, or in 2 weeks, I guess, on our next Wednesday Wanderings. Thanks so much. Have a great day.